the state of Alabama. Let's take a look at what their country asses is doing to continue to harm not only minorities, but everybody in their state.
Integrity was not an issue that my colleagues have been pushing until Donald Trump told them that they should be pushing this issue. Americans have confidence in elections. But see, for me, it's about too many people doing too many things too courageously for me to be able to stand here today. Names like James Reed and Jimmy Lee Jackson and Viola Liuzzo, Andrew Goodman, James Chaney, Michael Schwerner. These are people who died for me to be here today. Congressman John Lewis, who most of you served with, died for me to be here today. And this bill would make it tougher than it has ever been in American history to register to vote at a time where we have the technological ability to be able to verify election eligibility. But we don't want to do that. We want to make it tougher for people to actually get registered to vote. And that is not what we should be doing. We should be making it easier for people to vote.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's just break this down. Why is it that Republicans don't want to make it easier to vote? I'll tell you why. Because more and more people understand that Republicans have been lying to them. Republicans are the biggest provocateurs of hypocriticism. And that Republicans know that the majority of people would vote for their best interest, which does not include the best interests of AIPAC, the rich people that push down all this bull job, and the religious folks. For a state to be trying to single out Black minorities as if they are the ones that are ruining the state is very rich, people. This is Alabama. This is a place that one time almost elected Roy Moore in a Senate election, a man who ran around on a damn horse, who had a little six-shooter and was accused of messing around with young kids. He was a pedo. One of the criteria to be on Trump's administration. He was one of those. He still almost won that election, ladies and gentlemen. But to act as if fixing it so that Black people don't have a voice is the problem in Alabama is a fallacy. So let's take a look at what's going on in Alabama right now. When is the last time Alabama has been run by Democrats? Never. When is the last time the majority of Black people who vote Democrat have ruled in Alabama? Never. So what has that gotten Alabama with GOP policy? Let's take a look at this shit. You'll believe this. Alabama by the numbers. Nice and easy. Education. Bottom 5 in education overall. Bottom 5, ladies and gentlemen, under Republican policies, and they're trying to weed out more minorities. Low reading and math scores compared to other states. This is what Republicans want, ladies and gentlemen, because the lower your math and reading score, the less likely you are to critically think and push back on policy. Fewer resources per student, as in many districts. They don't want people to have resources, people. They don't want education. Lower percentage of adults with college degrees. Golly, you can't make this shit up, man. If the statistics are clear, the more educated you are, the more you vote Democrat, because you fully understand how socialism works. For some white people, they think socialism only works that corporations get to socialism. And if they were to accept socialism, it's going to hurt their contract with Jesus Christ, some stupid shit like that. Educated people understand that the social contract should be spread amongst people fairly and equitably. And over the Reagan years till now, that spread has been heavily leaned toward rich people and corporations. But I digress. Poverty and income, top 5 to 10% highest poverty in the United States. And minorities haven't been running that state. It's been all Republicans. Lower average household income, more Republican policy. Higher child poverty rate than the nation on average. So they the worst at feeding children, okay? Why would they want to feed children anyway, folks? This is the party that claims they love fetuses so fucking much that they are willing to die on the hill so that that fetus can be born. And then when the fetus is born in a red state, you just seen the data. They don't even want to feed the fucking fetus. It's not even a creature no more once it's born. But let me give you some more. That's not it, folks. There's more. There's more. There is more. Healthcare. Bottom 5. That's why everybody you see in Alabama got crooked fucking teeth. They're the bottom 5 in healthcare. Many rural hospitals have had to close because of Trump. Higher rates of infant mortality and maternal health issues. The party that claims they are about saving the baby has clear data that their maternal health is not working. Are they fixing it? Oh, no. The way they decide to fix it, make it harder for Black people to register to vote. Fewer doctors per person in the same areas. Okay, you got that. Now, here's life and important impact. You live in Alabama, your life expectancy compared to other states is lower. Fewer job opportunities, poverty plus weak education equals a cycle of viciousness that you can't break. But for some reason, the ink is not dry on what the Supreme Court said. And the first thing you think you should be doing is making it harder to vote versus fixing these like 6 problems I just read off. You see the problem with Republicans, people? It's been a lie. It's been a facade. They're hypocrites. Hopefully y'all are starting to get this to come through. The church thing is just to control you. The fact that they claim they're better at financial matters has always been a lie. Where's trickle down? Alabama has been run by Republicans since before I was born, and I was born in the 80s. And shit has not changed with them. Let me know what you guys think. That's pretty sad. It frustrates me, and we've got to do something. Democrats have got to come out and fix these issues.